What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight I'm going to show you guys how to get your hands on a free Thundergun here within Tag their Toten. Now you can obviously pull both the regular Thundergun and the Ice Thundergun from the mystery box, but if you don't want to do that, if you want to guarantee yourself another Thundergun, if you're in a big co-op game, then you can do the following side quest. It's a bit tedious, but you have to complete all 3 challenges at each of the 5 totems here around the map. Now the 3 challenges you do at each specific totem will be the same challenges that are always designated to the totem itself, but the order in which those challenges appear for that totem will be different in every match that you play. But you can go up to any totem to start this process that you want in your game. However, I do recommend starting with the totems I did, since it really helps out as you get towards higher rounds. You'll see what I mean in a bit. I ended up starting this process on around 14 or 15. It does take a good 10 to 15 rounds to actually burn through all 15 challenges, so I do recommend starting this process as fast as possible. But starting off here with the beach totem, you'll get one of these 3 challenges as you'll see on my screen. I started off here with get kills with snowballs. Just pick up any snowballs around the map and kill every enemy that you possibly can. Depending on how many players you're in your game will determine how many enemies you have to kill, but you can kill dogs, electric zombies, fire zombies, whatever it is that spawns your way. Once you get enough kills, go up to the totem to claim your reward, and the next challenge will begin. In my game, I got get kills with the Lighthouse trap. That trap is located where Stamina Up used to be in the original Call of the Dead. It's a really nice trap, doesn't do much damage to you, so you could really play around with your train by the trap itself. Running time step will obviously allow you to recharge the trap a lot faster too. Once you get enough kills with that, go back to the totem, claim your reward, and you'll get the 3rd and final challenge for this totem. Mine was complete the SOS messages around the map, and that's really simple. We have the letters SOS planted on 3 different spots here in Tag their Totem. One of them is at the OG spawn here on the boat. All you have to do is throw your snowballs at the letters to fill in the dark spaces to complete the letters themselves. So once you get past this one, you want to go over to the 2nd spot, which is by the Lighthouse. This is kind of high up, so you got to throw your snowballs a little bit higher to actually reach those darkened spots. The darkened spots are the same on every SOS message, so you can kind of get used to where you have to throw them. Not too difficult. But the last one is probably the hardest message. It's actually at the back end of the boat, and this is the closest you can get when you're standing right here. There's another area towards the campfire from the main Easter egg, but you have to use dynamite to get to that spot. And you know, without doing all that in one game, if you want to get through this as quickly as possible, you could just stand right here and just really reach for those darkened spots on the actual message itself. Throw as many snowballs, spam it if you have to, if you really can't see where those darkened spots are. It is a bit of trial and error, but just keep throwing them at those same darkened spots that you use from the first 2 SOS messages, and you'll finally fill in the blanks for that last SOS. Go back up to the totem, and you'll be given a super reward for doing all 3 challenges on the beach totem, and the reward will always be break ice faster when you freeze. Pick that up, and you are done with that totem. Once again, as a reminder, the snowballs, Lighthouse trap, and SOS messages challenges will be the 3 designated to the beach totem, but you'll get those in a different order in every match that you play. The second totem I went up to was the Forecastle one. Now the Forecastle totem gave me the first challenge, which was to get 25 kills without moving. Self-explanatory: stand still, use your shield, use your specialist, whatever it is you want to do. Just don't move and get as many kills as you have to, depending on how many players are in your game. The second challenge I got was get 10 melee kills. Again, if you have a Ethereal Razor, if you have a shield, the katana, a specialist, melee with whatever weapon you want, and just get as many kills as you need to. Again, going back up to the totem after each challenge to collect your reward. And we have the 3rd challenge here for the Forecastle, which is to get 3 soup ingredients. Now this is interesting because there are 3 ingredients that'll spawn in 3 designated spots here on the map. However, when you go up to each location, there could be 3 different spawns for each ingredient. So we'll start off here with the beach area, or the OG spawn. There will be a part here on the barrel where Quick Revive used to be. We have another spawn by this barrel here towards where a barrier used to be on the original Call of the Dead. We have another spawn here by another barrier, as you can see on the map. It'll be one of those 3 spawns, very easy to spot, and it'll give you a prompt on screen to pick up a soup ingredient. We have another soup ingredient that'll spawn in the kitchen area of the boat and could be found in one of 3 spots here in the kitchen. We have one on the counter, one on the table, and one in the corner as well. And for the 3rd and final soup ingredient, this one will spawn in the beach house, or the newer spawn area, and it'll always be here in the house, either on the shelf in the corner or over there by the stove. Just hold square to pick up the ingredient. Once you have all 3, you'll get a mark on screen. screen by your challenge indicator. You want to bring all these ingredients to the pot at the back end of the boat where Mule Kick used to be. You also use this pot for the free Wonderwaff Easter egg. Hold square to place all ingredients in the pot. You then want to throw a snowball in the pot itself to finish this challenge. Then walk back up to the Forecastle Totem to collect your final reward, which will be armor. So this armor is obviously temporary, similar to the suit up elixir, which is also quite useless here in Black Ops 4. For the next totem I did, it was the Lighthouse Station one, and I got the first challenge, which was to kill enemies with headshots and collect brains. I had to kill about 20 or so. Just keep getting headshots, and when you get a chance, go back up to the pickups and collect the brains off the ground. Quite simple. Then I had to kill enemies with the shield bash, also quite simple. If you don't know how to build a shield, I have a guide to that down below in the description. And for the third and final challenge, which is really funny, you have to pick up jars of piss and empty them on the beach by clicking your interact button. So you can find these jars of piss at the very top of the lighthouse. Hold square to grab them, but keep in mind you can't run or jump or else they'll break and you have to walk back and pick up the jars of piss again. So on solo this is obviously a lot easier. Only have to make a trip to the beach 3 different times, but it's similar to the little stone on Origins where you had to walk it directly to generator 2 without touching the mud. Same process here. You can't run or jump or I think even shoot or get attacked by zombies. So have a shield on your back, have the zombies behind you as you're walking to the beach. Do that 3 times and boom, walk back up to the Lighthouse Totem. Hold square to collect your final reward, which will actually be 1 self-revive, which is really helpful. So we then have the 4th totem, which is located at the frozen crevice, and the first challenge it gave me was to kill enemies while standing in freezing water. So very self-explanatory. Kill as many as you have to depending on how many players you're in your game. My second challenge was to shatter frozen zombies with cryo freeze, the Thundergun, or snowballs. So those are the 3 ways you can actually shatter frozen zombies here in Tag Their Toten. Choose any one of those methods, and also make sure after you're doing each challenge you walk back to the totem itself to collect your reward to start the next challenge, just as a bit of a reminder. And for the third and final challenge for this totem, I had to actually play the Hermit's favorite tune at the docks. So there will be 4 bells here at the docks, or the new spawn area, and you have to ring them in a certain order to play Hermit's tune. Now you can do this as a bit of a trial and error method, so just shoot a bell and see if it gives you an indicator on your screen that that was correct. So just keep doing that until you get the correct 5 out of 5 tunes played, or notes played I should say, for Hermit's tune. So there's 4 bells and 5 notes you have to play, which means 1 bell will be rung twice. So pretty self-explanatory and a bit of a trial and error system. So once you've played Hermit's tune, you are done with this totem. Walk back up to it and collect your final reward, which will be the ability to carry 10 snowballs instead of 6. Now the reason I recommend doing this totem now is because for the 5th and final totem, there will be a challenge that also requires snowballs, and having 10 of them is a big boost for it. So the final totem is located at the new area of the map in the storage area. So the first challenge I got for storage was to fling zombies. So you can use any flinger you want on the map. Pretty simple if you're on solo too. Just bring a big train over to a flinger, and I had to get about 15 kills in my solo match. My second challenge was to get zombie kills while riding the zip line. Also very simple if you have a normal assault rifle to aim pretty far. Again, don't use the Thundergun or else you're going to glitch out of the map when you do that on the zip line itself. Very simple challenge. And for the third and final one, it was to play whack-a-mole with snowballs. This is where snowballs do come in very handy, and having 10 of them instead of 6 is also a big boost. This is very difficult to do in a solo game, so I'd recommend getting down to 1 zombie or 1 dog and having a shield on your back with full health before you start this process, or else you're going to have to do it in the middle of rounds that transition. But if you're on co-op, you could have somebody watch the zombie while you do this. You want to go up to this target here, throw a snowball at it, and you'll then start playing whack-a-mole with a bunch of puppets that could be found around the map. It's very easy. You only have to play 3 mini games of whack-a-mole to get through this process. After this, you can then go and collect your final reward from the Specimen Storage Totem, which will grant you 50% off of all traps here in Tag Their Toten. As another reminder, for each of the 3 challenges at specific totems, they'll be in a different order in every match that you play, but it'll still be the same 3 challenges for that specific totem. You also have to go up to the totem after doing each challenge to collect a reward, which will initiate the next challenge to start for that specific totem. But at this point, congratulations, you've completed all 15 challenges here in Tag Their Toten. You've also been granted with the Abnormal Energy Bill achievement, and you now want to make your way up to the top of the lighthouse, where Hermit will also congratulate you for completing all totems, and it'll give you this key. You can use this key to open this specific box here on the ground by the Apothecon symbols, and inside of it will be a free Thundergun. But this is a pretty hefty process just to get your hands on a wonder weapon that we've all been using for the past 10 or so years of playing Treyarch Zombies. difficulties, but I guess if you're in a co-op game, don't have enough money to actually keep spinning the box for another Thundergun, or if you're going to a boss fight without good weapons, this could be a good process if you're familiar with all of these challenges. But again, this does take about 10 or so rounds to do, so start this as early as you can, or else you'll be on around 25 or 30, still burning through the whack-a-mole challenges and the snowball challenges. And I do recommend the order that I showed you guys in this video for the totems, since having an extra 10 snowballs in your inventory to do the whack-a-mole is a big boost, and you want to do the self-revive one as early as you can too, to make sure you have as much health and as much insurance policies as you could possibly need to get to a high round on Tag Their Totem. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Check out links down below in the description. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.